many will feel they richly deserve on a night when they carried the fight to Munster at Thomond Park. Munster survived. They get the job done courtesy of a drop goal from Jack Crowley. He's the player of the match, but Tom Bowen comes to Limerick and scores a hat-trick of tries. Brilliant second half, all smiles. Two pivotal players in the game. Jack Crowley and Callum Sheedy both played exceptionally well tonight. Cardiff scored some brilliant tries, and it was a real battle to the bitter end. 2 wins from 2 for Munster to start off this URC season. Final score, Munster 23, Cardiff 20.
Yes, the shutout continues for Cardiff and Thomond Park. That's 12 games they've played here and 0 wins. Having said that, I imagine, Bernard Jackman, if you'd given them a losing bonus point before kickoff, they might have taken it. A win last week and a losing bonus point tonight. Not a bad start, considering all the troubles they've had earlier in the season.
Yeah, there's lots of life in Welsh rugby, particularly in Cardiff, based on that performance there. They might be a team full of stars, but they absolutely played for each other. And it wasn't just fight and spirit, it was actually skill. Like, some of their tries were absolutely top notch, and even the one at the end there took a really good piece of composure and execution. Shanks mentioned them having to work hard off the ball to fill the wider channels, and then they get that and they go and execute it. And Tom Bowen is such an exciting talent. I've been hearing about him for 4 or 5 years, and now you're seeing him. He's still only a teenager, but you're seeing him on the best stage possible, and I think you'll see him play for Wales as well. He has something a little bit different, but Munster will still be happy as well. It'll be disappointing maybe not to get a bonus point, but they didn't deserve it. Their attack wasn't anywhere near as fluid as it has been, and Cardiff really went after them at the breakdown. First half, the line out wasn't as fluid as it would have liked to be as well, so they've got something to work on for next week against Edinburgh.
Let's get some Munster reaction with Simon Zebo.
Hey guys, we're with Alex Nankerville, who's after a great game today. Congrats on the win. Cardiff really put it up to you today, brother.
They did, bro. They're giving them credit. They're a physical bunch. They came out firing. They dominated us in that first half, and with a bit slippery out there, so like that's what win games is, the breakdown. So it's good we could come out in the second half and show some physicality.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're striking up a nice little partnership with Dan Kelly there. I know Tom Farrell's going to come back into the mix, but good early signs.
Yeah, mate, he's awesome. He's fitted in really well. He's real physical coming from the Prem. He's loud as, confident as, so awesome to have him just add to the rest of the group of middies, just add that competition, and it hopefully drives us forward.
I can imagine the volume of the Tui in the centre, but congrats. Well done, great performance, my man. Awesome. We'll go find somebody else.
Just as Simon gets tackled to the ground, he bounces them off. Well done, Simon. Let's talk about that partnership that's developing between those two. And obviously you still have Tom Farrell to come back into that centre. And the way he played last year, he will be expecting to be starting. That's getting interesting now. There's a bit of battle for those positions for Munster.
Yeah, the fear was, I think, that maybe they were both typical 12s, very straight up and down, but I think they've shown over the last 2 weeks that they both have a skill set and an ability to play together really and complement each other really well. And it's really interesting to hear Alex speak about, Dan being a really loud talker on the field, and that's key for Jack Crowley, key for Nankerville, key for the people in and around him. And we know he's physical. He was physical as an under 20. He was physical for Leicester Tigers, and he's been nice and physical for Munster. So a really good bit of business by the Munster backroom team over the summer to bring an Irish qualified centre in to add competition with the likes of Farrell, etc.
Let's get back to Simon.
Jack, congratulations. You are tonight's URC BK team.
Hi guys, with Tacker Abrahams, congratulations on a great win, my man. You looked electric out there. How did you feel?
No, it was a good game for us. All credit to Cardiff that gave us a good game. So yeah, overall it was a good game. Yeah.
Absolutely. And next week, an exciting fixture up against Edinburgh and Cork. You're looking forward to getting back to the Cork crowd?
Yeah, man, looking forward. Hopefully we'll get a good crowd out there. So yeah, we'll see you there again.
Looking forward to seeing you get over the line next week. Well done, brother. Great game.
See you.
Thank you, man.
Maybe it wasn't the kind of game where he was going to show his full range of talents compared to last week, Bernard.
Yeah, we were praising Munster for getting the ball to him a lot. But for whatever reason, they just tightened up a little bit, and they even tried a couple of inside passes early on in the game to try and dent that Cardiff defence, but didn't go to hand, or they made an error at the ruck. And they'll be disappointed with their ball movement and their shapes. We saw a couple of good ones in the lead up to the tries in the first half, but in general their attack just didn't really get into the flow that they normally do. But credit to Cardiff's breakdown work. They took Munster out of their stride as well. deprived Coughlin of quick ball, and it became a real battle, and Munster will be glad to get through it.
Yeah, they won 7 turnovers, according to the stats, Cardiff tonight. I think they had 11 last week.
Yeah.
That's a real area of strength, isn't it?
No, they're very, very good at the breakdown. They've got a lot of back rows who specialise in that area, but it's across the team. Belcher at hooker, we saw it across the team. Every breakdown, they made good decisions, and Munster will regret their physicality, their ball presentation, and their ability to clear pass. But I would say that's more on the side of Cardiff's quality in that area.
Yeah, we were just talking about how good Cardiff are around the breakdown. 7 turnovers won tonight, 11 last week. Were you picking up a bit of relief from the Munster boys there tonight?
Yeah, like Cardiff really came to play, and their physicality really showed. They put it up to Munster all night. Munster will be, I suppose, grateful they got the result, but Cardiff were well in that game right up until the last couple of minutes. So lots to work on for Munster. I thought it was going to be a bit wider of a score. I thought 20 points at the start of the game, so I apologise for that. Got the prediction wrong. Can't be right all the time, I suppose, but yeah.
Or any of the time.
Yeah.
Once to be
I'm kidding. But you know, that was ambitious.
Yes, it was. But I got my dates wrong. I was thinking next week against Edinburgh. That's what I was thinking.
I think, Graham, just on Munster there, when you are in a battle like that and things aren't going well, you need your 9 or your 10 to step up. And you know, the player of the match, Jack Crowley, he had some really nice moments creatively in the first half. But I thought just when Munster got ahead, his game management, he went long to the air. He was just trying to squeeze him. And then even that drop goal, you know, he probably said, oh, should we go for the bonus point here? But that just gave him that little bit of a margin. And we saw at the end, Cardiff obviously scored a try.
Which ended up being crucial.
Yeah, so like, I really think it was a game where he showed maturity without Craig Casey, without Conor Murray, etc., who's obviously now gone. He guided them to a win when they weren't firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I was just about to make that point, that the absence of Casey was keenly felt.
Yeah, big time. He's such a top quality scrum half. He's one of the best in the world, if you ask me. At the basics for scrum half play, you got the pass, kick, all of that, and Jack really stepped up to the mark tonight. As you said, his game management, just even threading through a little few grubber kicks, you know, making the backfield of Cardiff uneasy, constantly on edge, which means then the run becomes more of an option. So I thought he played his hand really well, and, you know, mixed up the game really well as well, because it needed it with the conditions. It's
never too early to start building up to the Leinster game.
Yeah.
Leinster have lost 2, Munster have won 2.
I'll say that again, sorry. What are you joking, Bernard?
How quickly do we start getting excited about that game?
And we have to now. I mean, like this rivalry has been the backbone of professional rugby for a long time, more even before professional rugby. So the idea that Munster are on the way up, Leinster
are on the way down.
I wouldn't go that far now, but I think Leinster would be a lot more comfortable where they are at based on tonight, even though they lost.
Even though they lost.
Yeah,
even though they've lost twice.
Yeah, but there was enough in it to see their reaction, to see some quality. So obviously both teams have one more game. I think you can see Macmillan, he's rotated some players a bit, giving players a chance. Leo will obviously have a stronger deck to pick from. And I can't wait for Croke Park for Munster Leinster, 2 teams with a real edge about them.
Spicy.
That's a couple of weeks away yet. Clayton McMillan, at the moment anyway, is celebrating a 100% record in charge of Munster. He's 2 from 2. We'll hear from him and a few others from the Munster camp when we come back. The URC will continue next weekend with Munster host Edinburgh here at Thomond Park. On Friday, we've got build-up to that from 7 o'clock on Premier Sports 1. Cardiff, meanwhile, are back at home. They host Connacht next Saturday at 7:45. That'll be on Premier Sports 2. And your top 14 action on Sunday will come from Toulouse, where the French champions host the European champions. What a mighty clash that should be. We have that from 8 p.m. Premier Sports 2. Earlier today, Leinster lost again in South Africa. First time in over 20 years that they've lost their opening 2 matches. David Creel scored twice for the Bulls. This second score ended the game as a contest, 39-31. It finished in Pretoria. That was followed by a lower scoring but no less captivating here at Thomond Park in Limerick. Munster came out the right side of it, only just in the end, just 3 points in it with that last minute Cardiff score. Let's round up everything that's happened. Round 2 began in Cape Town, where the Stormers beat the Ospreys 26 points to 10. Just like the previous weekend against the Bulls, the Ospreys were leading at half-time before being overrun. The game between Edinburgh and Ulster was postponed due to Storm Amy, and so was Connacht against the Scarlets. Dragons and the Sharks did go ahead in pretty tough conditions. Finished 17 all. Dragons ending their 18-game losing run, but if they had opted for a drop goal the way Jack Crowley did here tonight, it would have been even better for them. Benetton hosted Glasgow and Treviso and beat them with a last-minute, you guessed it, drop goal from Rhino Smith. 16-14 it finished there in the game we just saw. Munster emerged victorious 23 points to 20. Zebre play the Lions tomorrow to round things off. And before that happens, this is what the table looks like. The Bulls are top. They've scored a lot of tries but also conceded a lot, but it's enough at the moment to have them clear. They're the only team with the maximum 10 points from the 2 games. Stormers are in second, Munster and Cardiff third and fourth. Ulster, despite having a game postponed, are up to 6th. Glasgow, despite losing today, are in 5th. Let's have a look at the bottom half. Benetton are in 4th, 1 point behind their great rivals Zebre. Lions are at the bottom, but of course they're in action tomorrow. Leinster are down at 14 points, but they are not on 5. They are. Did they get a losing bonus point today? Yeah, they got one losing bonus point, so they've only got 1. So they're second from bottom rather than third from bottom, which is still amusing for most Munster players, I suppose. Shanks, let's get your thoughts. You've had time now to collect them as you walk down from your eyrie up there. Your thoughts overall?
I thought Cardiff deserved 2 points at the end. I think they'll look back very disappointed that they didn't take their opportunities they had in the first half. There was maybe 2 line-outs 5 metres out that they lost. They had scrum opportunities 5 metres out as well. I think there was a kick option as well. They had 3 points on offer, and they probably should have taken that, nailed that. But the difference really was probably the goal kicking. They scored 4 tries, didn't nail a kick, but came back into the game right towards the end and did a really good job of securing 2 bonus points. So good effort all round. There's
a massive moment, Tom, after the Bowen try. They missed up the kick-off from the line out. They knocked it. The delivery was poor, and that gave Munster scrum penalty, and then Coombs goes over. Like, if you want to win in Thomond Park away from home, you got to be clean.
And they were so good all the way through.
Brilliant.
Dealing with kickoffs.
That's a coach killer, right?
Yeah, that one kickoff goes straight out, and they just invite Munster back in.
Let's have a look at that first Tom Bowen try. There's not too many people that get a hat-trick at Thomond Park in one half. Talk us through the first one.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal try. I mean, it's one of the best pieces of attack you've seen, because the variety there, they play front door to Belcher. He gets a really good carry line break. And then quick rook ball, recycle, go play the space, out the back, play nice and deep, bring Munster up. And you see Sheedy there, it's just a tip pass. Josh Adams accelerates into the space, and then again, fly around the corner. Just quick hands. You can see Sean O'Brien gets caught.
Yeah,
ball watching a little bit, doesn't he?
He kind of does. Yeah, I think maybe Ben O'Connor shouldn't go in on the poach there. Like, unless it's a guarantee that you're going to slow the ball down drastically or get the turnover. Otherwise, it's best suited that you get out of there and help the backs that are on the edge crying out for support. But it happened very, very fast. So I do have sympathy for him. But what a score from Cardiff! Beautiful.
Yeah, slick. Not quite so slick for Munster's response, but it's what Munster do best, right? Close quarter drives.
Ground and pound, yeah. they love the close quarter stuff, the group of forwards, but I think the leg drive that's on Gavin Coombs is something to be praised. It's unbelievable. He's just unstoppable from that distance. Like, you give him a latch or 2 in this instance, and it's a foregone conclusion. And yeah, he's hot on my heels at the moment. I think he has 51 tries now.
He's 51, and you have how many?
70 something. Yeah, it's going to be close. Yeah, fingers crossed he gets picked more for Ireland.
You'd be desperate for him to get in France deal.
Oh yeah, go away to France.
Get away for a couple of years. Let's have a look at Tom Bowen's second score. Cardiff just didn't die in this game. Sure they didn't.
Absolutely not. Yeah, they play front door here really nicely, go through the seam between Nankivell and Kelly and cause problems. Once you're on the front foot like that in this area of the pitch, so hard to stop momentum. And the man of the moment, I suppose, popping up again and again for Cardiff. But they still continue with their unbelievable shot there from Thomas Ahern. But still, Callum Sheedy is able to find the pass through the boot, and it's an unbelievably executed finish. That finish for me is world class. Any of the top wingers around the world would be happy with that finish. That's an incredible piece of skill.
Cardiff's territory came from playing through the front. Often you see them playing through the back, going out wide, but they didn't. They played the short ball through the front. That's what gave them the game.
Borrow his mic. It's like a press conference.
Is this working now? Is this working?
I think one of them's going to work.
Oh, okay, one of them's going to work.
Yeah,
but,
you're on
but
now.
they play through the front a lot. And often you see Cardiff playing the ball out the back, but they didn't. They played it short, which made line breaks through, which got in the territory. Then they played out the back, and that was the killer blow.
Is there a better instinctive player than Callum Sheedy?
There's a few instinctive players. He was certainly on it today, and he's instinctive because, you know, those kicks through weren't pre-planned. You know, that's just something that happens. He fumbled the ball a couple of times, but he knows where the space is. He knew the space was there, but he couldn't get the ball there by passing. So the speed of thought was incredible, I think, from Callum Sheedy today. Just put it on his boot, put it through.
And on so many times across the tries, it was something unique from him.
Yeah, and they needed him. They needed moments of magic from him. But look, when he's on, he's one of the best there is. And he was very good tonight. It's a shame he had to go off, but he had such key instances in that game.
Let's look at the Dermot Barron score. Talk us through this, Bernard.
Yeah, again, it's a quick tap that Munster take. And it's very unusual because usually the hooker is a sacrificial lamb where he just basically takes contact and have a second phase after that. But this Munster, or Cardiff, will be so disappointed with that, just not actually chopping him. You can see John Klein comes in and wins that space in front of him. Maybe gets slightly in front of him, but good leg drive by Dermot Barron. And again, it's just executing and turning it into scores.
The old tap penalty disappeared from rugby for a long time, didn't it? But and it's back now. Is he okay with this, Mike? Sorry, yeah. It's back now with the bang.
Yeah, no, it is. And so many, the good teams just convert so many of those opportunities. And you often see they're not afraid to go, they won't take a scrum, they won't go to the line out, they'll actually back themselves to score. And there's a lot of intricacies around it. The two we saw there this evening weren't very intricate, but they were very effective. Yeah. Low risk, high power.
Was that disappointing, though, defensively for Cardiff? That one felt a little bit soft.
Yeah, when it's one tap and go and you get over the try line, you don't have to make teams work so much. And I think, you know, the tap and go 5 minutes out is a new set piece, and I think so is the drop out under the post take, because we saw Munster do that. You can run set pieces of that because you basically know where the ball's going to go. You catch the ball, you set up a phase, and then you attack. But yeah, I think Cardiff be slightly disappointed with Barron just going over too easily.
Yeah, that's definitely not what they had planned. They had another move off that with Coombs on appeal. So yeah, it's just a bit too soft from Cardiff. But there's plenty of variations that we're seeing now of these 5 metre penalties and 22 metre dropouts, as you said. Yeah.
Well, we felt that was the end of the contest, but Cardiff had other ideas, stayed in the fight right to the end, 82nd minute, and they were still trying to score. Yeah. And then Tom Bowen again, Shanks.
Yeah, it was, and look, he really deserved his hat-trick. And again, out the back, Alan Lawrence goes through, and Tom Bowen's on his shoulder, and you're not catching that guy at all. But it came from a Rory Jennings half-break again through that front line, gets them on the front foot, and it took 2 phases for Cardiff to reload. But when they reload, they're so good. They're so attacking because they run all the angles, they run with a lot of numbers, and it's very difficult for defences to pick up. Alan Lawrence goes through, lovely little ball to Tom Bowen.
Tell us about him. Bert said he'd been hearing about Tom Bowen for a long time, and this is the first time we've really seen him.
Yeah, well, his father was a decent player. His father was a 10 for Llanelli, so he's got it in his blood, but he's just very good on his feet, and something completely different to the normal mould you'll get with a winger, because he's so difficult, because his centre of gravity is so low. He just doesn't stop moving. His acceleration is incredible, and he's always jinking in, looking for space. We've seen a couple of issues in the air, but you know you're going to get that because he's not the tallest. But what he offers you with ball in hand is something different.
I tell you what, he can finish as well. But he wasn't the player of the match. That was Jack Crowley. Let's hear from him.
Jack, congratulations, you are tonight's URC BKT player of the match. I get your captain, Niall Scannell, to give you your medal. A tough night, but kicks were important tonight, Jack, and the conditions were tough, but pleased with the win?
Yeah, absolutely. Always great to win in Thomond. It's very important for us as a group to be able to come out here and represent everyone who showed up today, despite the tough conditions and the storm around the country. So we're very grateful for the support, no matter the weather. And yeah, it's really important for us to put on a performance here and then get a result for them as well.
I suppose the way the game went, it was very tight right through it, but you seemed to take control with 20 minutes to go. There was, you know, even after scoring, I think you were conceding again, but you seemed to take control right towards the end.
Well, after last week, we, you know, the starters put in a really good performance, got us a good platform, and then just for the last 20 minutes, probably didn't see out the game the way we wanted to, being clinical and disciplined, and we took our learnings for the most part today, and yeah, thankful we won and put the learnings in.
the attack looks really good, Jack, but I suppose when you're playing these conditions, do you have to alter things slightly?
Yeah, look, I think that's probably down to the coaching staff having us prepped all week to be going through what-if scenarios of conditions and game plan and stuff like that. And yeah, we were just prepared, and when it came to it with the weather, whether it was the first or second half, we had a plan to be put in place. Again, we did it sometimes, probably didn't do it consistently through the 80 minutes, so that's again another growth area for us, but overall, yeah, happy.
Thanks for your time, well done tonight, cheers, thank you.
Spoke very well after playing very well. Let's have a little bit look at a Crowley package. What did he do really well for you today?
I think it was the variety of his game. He wasn't getting front football all game. He needed to make decisions, he needed to change the point of contact, and I just thought he showed great variety. This is like brilliant. There is space in the backfield, but he also has the pace to go get there and then kick on kick, putting the ball on a plate for Dan Kelly. And that's a nightmare for the Cardiff backfield. And as Eve said, he's asked a lot of questions of him.
Yeah, like his kick variations, his run threat coming from the positions he came from. You know, he sweeps in behind real late and pops out into positions that he becomes a threat immediately. But yeah, his pass quality was very good today. But yeah, it was the variety in his play, the drop goals, the grubber kick throughs, the going for the 50-20s or putting contestable kicks in. There was just lots of different pictures that we were seeing from him, and it just culminated in him being player of the match, and well deserved.
Is the Ireland number 10 debate still alive then?
Yeah, I think it always will be. There's no one at the moment who's number one, who you think, right, you're my 10 for the next sort of 6 or 7 years. So he's certainly put his hand up today, and if he has. Is it me?
It is you.
I've got some aura around
We're all
me.
fine.
Look, the 10 debate is still open, definitely. Yeah. You know, no one's really putting their hand up right now. Performances like that will certainly start to put questions into Andy Farrell to say, maybe this is my guy. My guy.
My guy. Let's get some Cardiff reaction. Here's Liam Belcher. He's with Sarah.
Well, Liam, a real tight battle out there. Just wonder, what are the feelings after a loss that's so close where you performed so well as a team?
Yeah, it's an hard one. I thought we did well and we stuck in the fight that we spoke about through the week. Obviously, we got the 2 points from it, which is obviously going to be key at the end of the season. So I can't fault the boys' effort. I thought we put the performance on. Just 1 or 2 things didn't go our way in the end, and it helps them get over the line, I guess.
Did you all sense as a unit that you could take that win tonight?
Yeah, we spoke about it after the Lions game. We were excited about coming away into obviously Thorman's a really great place to play, and just the challenge ahead of us. I think the boys stepped up really well. And like I said, a few discipline issues, get them field position, especially with our weather. And to be fair, they took their chances.
Some great tries from your team, including Tom Bowen. What's he like to play with?
Great, because he makes me look tall. That's the best thing about it. He's an exciting young prospect, isn't he? And when you watch him and the way we play, I think we suit his style.
Just how did he ground that second try that he did? Diving in finish?
He was standing up, believe it or not. It's lucky he's that short.
And finally, for you all as a team, what are you sensing from these first couple of days that you can bring this season?
I think we just building on what we did last year. We spoke about fight and enjoyment. I think we showed a lot of fight there. And enjoyment is for us is playing the way we played. I thought we played some really good, nice stuff. And it's just building on what we did last year. And it's nice to see that we can go away to places like this. Obviously, look, we didn't get the win, but we got 2 points. And another day, you're winning our game.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Well said, Liam. Thank you, Sarah. Lots of live rugby and football across the Premier Sports channels tomorrow. Round 2 of the URC wraps up the Zebre hosting the Lions from 3 p.m. Premier Sports 1. While in Spanish football, Barcelona are currently setting the pace in La Liga. We have their visit to Sevilla on Premier Sports 2 from 3:15. And our top 14 rugby game tomorrow is Bayonne v Toulouse from 8 p.m. on the Premier Sports Player. My thanks to Tom, to Simon and to Bernard. Back here, Clayton McMillan has won again. Munster are 2 from 2, Leinster are 0 from 2. It's a pretty good day to be a Red from all of us here at Thomond Park. Bye for now.